the information superhighway, an online network called Internet.
Are you going to play Horizon on this podcast?
Absolutely.
Are you really?
Wait, why is this microphone not...
Is this a Let's Play without any visuals?
Mike?
Come on, Mike.
He's not. All right, well, I guess I'm talking in only the left channel. I guess I only am in the left channel. So.
Dylan, do you want to do me a favor?
What's
and
up?
Just for future podcasts, we're 25 deep, right?
Yeah, this is our 25th.
Could you just give me a heads up whenever you hit record? Because I feel like it always starts with me going, are we recording? Good Lord.
Why is that so loud?
I don't know. Because we're also hearing it through microphones, maybe?
No, but it's so far away.
I don't know.
I'm going to die. Oh,
No,
shit.
you got
it. Hell yeah.
Dylan is playing Horizon Arkham Asylum.
Oh, is that what this is?
Yes. Batman Zero
See,
Dawn.
The problem is, I just got off playing Shadow of Mordor, where you don't take fall damage.
Do you know? Oh, that's right. You don't. You just roll.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're already dead, so...
You go, there's like some light shows and whatnot. So this is the new format. This is the new content on the internet is Let's Plays without any visuals.
Yep.
It's just the audio track. I don't know. I don't even know if you guys can hear these sounds. They're very loud to us. But our microphones are not facing...
Oh,
well, I guess
shit.
yours kind of is.
There's a charger.
Was it Charizard?
No, it's a charger. Oh, fuck. I aggroed a lot. I can also barely see because I'm, like, looking in a strange... Oh, fuck. I missed. Ah!
Oh, dude, you're gonna die.
All
This
right.
is not what we're gonna do the whole time, is it?
No, let me take care of this at this
Okay.
turn real quick.
Guys, paint us a picture of what you think is going on right now with just these noises. I would especially love to know if you've never seen or played Horizon Zero Dawn, what you think these noises
Can somebody
are.
draw some fan art of me as Aloy? Because I would be in your debt forever.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Well, I'll allow that.
Don't, like, give me boobs, though. Just put me in Aloy's outfit and give me the long hair.
Yeah. But no boobs, though.
No.
That used to be the sign outside of my bedroom door.
Said no boobs?
No boobs.
I really hate that. That's really upsetting to me.
That's not a true thing about me. Nobody judge me.
Okay, good. I wouldn't put it past old Scott. Oh,
Why
wait.
would I have a sign that says no boobs?
I don't know. You're like, fucking fuck women. He's gonna blow up. Watch him. Oh, I forgot I could slow down time.
Heck yeah.
It's a crucial part of this game. It's been a while. Oh, he's not gonna blow up. I didn't shoot enough fire arrows into him. All right.
No.
We could probably be done with this now.
Okie dokie. You just wanted to do that for no reason?
I thought it'd be funny. Was it funny? Let us know in the comments.
We'll put a poll on Twitter.
No,
Was
we
that
won't.
funny?
Or it all interesting? My neck hurts now. Shit. I didn't change chairs, so I had to look one way or the other.
I'm gonna find you. I'm
Okay.
gonna get you.
One way or the other.
That's the end of that song. It just kind of ends abruptly there.
Oh, good. YouTube updated. So now...
You know what I've been listening to a lot because
What's that?
iTunes recommended it to me. iTunes, the Apple Music does like song recommendations, I
Yeah.
guess. And usually it's terrible because it thinks I want to listen to like current pop music and I don't.
Oh, so you're saying you don't like Taylor Swift?
No, I do. But I don't want to listen to all the other stuff.
Oh,
I don't want
okay.
to have to filter through to find Taylor
Exclusively Taylor Swift.
Swift. But it was, it recommended the band Goldfinger. You know Goldfinger?
Austin Powers?
No, it's Goldmember. Goldfinger's the James Bond the thing that Austin Powers was parroting. Anyway, no, it's a band. It's a ska band from like the 90s. And they're most famous for their Tony Hawk Pro Skater song that goes.
Is this it?
This is not it.
No?
This is either James Bond or Austin Powers, I would imagine.
Whoa. Is there a picture of Donald Trump in here?
I don't know.
Is Donald Trump and James Bond? I didn't know there were lyrics to this.
This is the Goldfinger State song.
This is his theme song.
No, it's the band Goldfinger, not the song Goldfinger.
I know. This is what I'm dealing with. Oh, you couldn't see it.
No.
This is the iOS 11. It was just stuck for a minute there.
Okay.
Is it this? Hold on.
It's the song Superman.
Yes.
Yeah, you know it
Yes,
already.
I
Yeah.
know.
Hell yeah.
This is it.
God, this is such a good song. But iTunes recommended that I listen to them, and I listened to the Best Of album, and I discovered a bunch of brand new songs that I absolutely love now. And now I'm going to say
fun.
it. Goldfinger is one of my favorite bands. Retroactively became one of my favorite bands.
What is your favorite band?
Motion City Soundtrack.
That's right. Fucking Jesus Christ. All right. This is our 25th episode.
It's our 25th. We're turning 25.
We should do something.
You know what's actually happening this year? It's
What?
my golden birthday. I'm turning 25 on August 25th.
Yeah, I learned that was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Drake told me that was a thing, apparently.
Oh, yeah?
I didn't. He called it something different, though.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know what he called it. But
Knowing Drake, it was probably something like your sex hump birthday.
no, I don't think that was it. But because I told him when my birthday was, and he was like, "Oh, yours will be next year then, because I'll be turning 20 on the 20th."
Oh, yeah.
So, do we want to have another joint birthday party where you are completely uninvested, and I'm
Yep.
like,
I was actually gonna make that request where I don't, as long as I'm not invested at all.
Fair enough.
Well, we probably won't, because I'm also flying back home around that time period as well. Because my family has many August birthdays, and we like to celebrate them all together. And I couldn't last year because I didn't have the money to, but this year potentially I'll have the money to.
now you're rolling in dough, so
Yeah, that's exactly.
rolling in those YouTube nickels.
Squarespace sponsorships.
Yep. But what should we do for our 25th anniversary?
It is not an anniversary.
Yeah, it is.
Nope.
So we've been doing this for 25 years, Scott.
Have we? One podcast a year? Is that sustainable?
Yeah.
All right.
If you're JonTron, it is.
Yeah, you know what? Why not? What should we do for the 20? Let's look back at all the best. Let's have a clip show.
Best?
Let's have a clip show. Let's cut in that clip from that. Remember that episode that was really great? Everyone loved that bit that we did. Let's cut that in right now.
Is a sweet spot? Is this good?
Is this the one?
Does this sound good?
Oh, I can't hear anything. It's just
Jesus,
now you sound like a robot, and I just fun times that episode was.
That was what was the episode number, Scott?
Episode 17.
17. I want to see if that's correct.
I
It
don't-
absolutely is not.
It's not correct.
It's like 12 or
It's
something.
okay.
Let's see.
It's close.
Let's go
Let's
back.
cut back to this hilarious moment, and that's when my dad hit me.
somebody on Twitter was like the other day mentioned that I had dropped out of high school.
Yeah.
And someone was like, "Whoa, you dropped out of high school? Crazy." And I just responded saying that they should listen to the childhood episode. A couple hours passed and he comes back and was like, "Geez, that was really depressing. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting some fun answer like you dropped out of high school to work for Scott or something." I was like, "No." Sorry, bud.
Oh God.
But I went to music to look at podcasts. I was going to bring up our discography.
You went to music to look at podcasts? There's a podcast app.
I know,
Oh, okay.
Scott.
All
It's
right.
muscle memory.
All right. From how many years ago?
What?
The podcast app has been here for years.
Yeah, but I haven't started listening to podcasts till like last year.
All right. Then I don't understand.
Let's see here. So I remember our first one and like special moments that happened in certain ones, but anything else, I don't know.
Yeah. No. I've always wanted to do a clip show. I would bring the Nerd Sync podcast back If we could do like one really long kind of clip episode. If somebody
That'd
could
be fun.
if somebody out there is such a fan of the Nerd Sing podcast that you want to make a supercut of our funniest moments.
Oh, that'd be rad. Not Scott did that really depressing.
All the different guests, hosts,
yeah.
and stuff.
Apparently Drake was left out of that.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Because I was showing it to him because we were looking at his videos, and I was like, Drake was like, "How do I get someone like this?" I was like, "Oh, you're in this one," and we played it, and he wasn't. And I was like,
"Oh, yikes!" What's
that's
when's
scary.
Drake's sex hump birthday?
I don't remember his birthday off the top of my head. Let me check.
I was gonna say that could be the special present that I give him. Was re-editing him into that. It's not like I edited it, so I don't feel bad
No.
about it.
Not Theodore should.
Mm-hmm.
Why did he change it?
I don't know.
He wants to distance himself from you.
Probably.
He's
I don't
green
mind it.
now too.
Yeah. Which is only making him more connected to me.
Oh yeah. Let's see here. Drake McWhopper. Oh, his won't be for quite a while. His birthday's December 27th, and he's like 23 right now, or 22 or some shit. So.
Oh, okay. Well, we have like 4 years to work on that then.
Yep. All right, so I think here's what we'll do. Let's go back and look at, starting with the first episode. I'll
Yeah.
read the title of it,
Okay.
and then we'll try and remember something we talked about in there, or
Okay.
like a special moment. From
I've
there.
listened to the first two. I haven't listened to anything else.
Yeah, I've started listening to like the first 10, 20 minutes
Yeah.
of them when they come out, just because normally I'm like sitting around doing nothing. If they come out then, but anyway,
Let's do it.
let's start with on February 14th, episode 1.
We released it on Valentine's Day?
Apparently.
Oh, man.
Aw.
Good job, us.
Steady Balcony.
Yep, that's the one.
What did we talk about there?
I remember we had to go to Reddit for
Yes, and
conversation
I
starters.
Mostly cut that out. So this was clear. It was our first episode, and it was also our first recording. Like every episode we recorded has aired.
Yeah.
So
We
and-
didn't do like a test run or anything
no,
like that.
because we're idiots.
God, we should have. That would be a fun one to release on like the 100th episode to be
Like our test. No?
yeah, to be like this is
They're
our
all
test
there.
episode.
Well, that is something fun about. I might still have the files because the live stream, because we live streamed the first couple episodes, and Steady Balcony was originally like an hour and 20 minutes or something, and that was because like I had conversation starters from Reddit, from Ask Reddit, just in case, and because I wanted to get it to an hour.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about like accents, I think.
Yeah, I think so. We talked about accents, and we talked about.
Well, the Reddit question was like, what's something that someone could be suspiciously good at?
That's right.
And I said knife sharpening.
Oh yeah. But yeah, what I was trying to say about the length thing, it was originally like over an hour, but I cut it down to 40 minutes because it was a lot of just us trying to figure out what we were doing and getting our bearings. But yeah, that was our first one. We talked. The reason I do remember because of the name Steady Balcony, we talked about Chuck a little bit because I had an anecdote about how everything romantic happens on this one specific
That's right.
balcony, and that was like the first thing we ever talked about.
Did we introduce pear cup fridge in that one, or was that the second? Okay, cool.
Pear Cup Fridge and Pinecone Hatman.
Classic bits that we've continued to this day.
Yep, I think that was only in like the second or third episode is where that died. Speaking of those, on February 15th, which is also when the rest of the first 6 went up,
That's strange.
I think it was probably like 11:58 on 14th probably,
Fair enough.
and then the rest went up 2 minutes later or something. Proper Bake.
Yeah, the second episode, didn't we talk about technology?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that was when Pebble
That was
died.
the Pebble. Yeah, it was the whole Pebble conversation.
That was a tragedy.
It sure is. Guess what doesn't work with iOS 11?
Pebble.
That
yeah,
guy.
I sure figured.
It works occasionally. It's still like intermittently will disconnect for no reason.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if I'm hoping that's just the beta thing, and then that it'll still work fine.
And then we have episode 3. This one.
I will not be able to remember any of the rest of these. Oh, this I remember.
Superhighway.
This is the intro.
That's why I remember it.
Piece of junk that just takes you to point A to point B.
Heavy-duty laser disc locator device
Yikes.
featuring Stu Dippin.
Stu Dippin.
Ricky was on this one. I don't remember what we talked about here
Me neither.
at all.
Uh-uh.
We were still trying to figure out mics here.
Yep. We had a lot of echo.
As far as we have a description by the lovely Menace.
Let's read that description. Give me the highlights. Give me the Mad Libs version.
No, I'm just going to read it. It's
Oh, okay.
short. The world's first Kickstarter podcast that totally got funded, not because Kickstarter felt bad for us. Scott is sick. Dylan's car blooped out of existence.
All right.
Do remember that now. That was fun. And Ricky sounds like Zordon. Oh, that's because he was using a different mic and was being picked up on both of ours.
Oh, gotcha. There's
So
a bit of an
he's
echo. He was a
echoed.
bit of a Bryan Cranston there.
All Dogs Go to Heaven. Batman Arkham games. He has 2 A's there. And Zambonis. And of course, a letter to Sega.
Oh, that's when you guys were talking about chows.
Yeah, I think that was when I mentioned that I wrote a letter to Sega in like 6th grade on how they should make a new Chow game.
These are fun descriptions. I've never read these.
Oh, you want me to go back and read the other 2?
No.
Okay. But yeah, that was fun. That was when I talked about when my car got repossessed. That was one of the most stressful periods of time.
But it's better
For
now.
me. It
I
is
bought
better
you
now,
a car.
But, oh God, yeah, you make the payments on it.
I still get phone calls from SiriusXM
Good.
or whatever.
Good.
And they're just like, "Do you still drive the car?" And I just go, "No."
No,
And they hang up.
that's like there were a lot of people at RTX who were like save the children people. They were fucking everywhere. Like, you know how at certain cons they'll have like picketers who are like, because you like Deadpool, well, you're going to hell, bitch. Those people.
Yeah.
Instead
my
of that,
people.
sure. Instead of that, they were just very personable, very nice, like Save the Children or Planned Parenthood people trying to get you to invest in something.
Well, all right.
And it was fine, but they were fucking everywhere,
Yeah.
and they were like flies.
They bought half of the tickets to the con.
Yeah, no, they were just standing outside each exit, and there were like 6 at all times, just swarming you. And I found out that I have a superpower
Yeah.
because I am the children. Apparently,
You are the child.
I'm too young to donate.
Oh.
So there was this one, like, most of the time, Benny, Rob, and I would just be walking by, and they would open with some kind of line of being like, "Hey, man, you guys look pretty cool. Come on over here." And Benny would just be like, "I hate the children," and then we would walk off. But then one time they ensnared one of me, and I was like,
One of you?
one of me. And I didn't even realize that's what I said. But they grabbed me real quick, and he was like, "How old are you, man?" I was like, "I'm 52."
Did you really say that?
Yeah, and he said, "Oh, that's funny. Ha ha ha. How old are you really?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm 20." I don't know why I said 20.
Yeah.
She's like, "Man, unfortunately, you're too young to donate." I was like, "All right, well, bye."
Heck yeah.
But then that reminds me. Also, if anybody ever comes up to you like for AT&T or like Time Warner or just cable people that are like trying to get you to buy new cable, just tell them that they don't provide that in your area, and they'll just be like, "All right, bye then." Because there was a woman in Walmart once that was, I think, with AT&T trying to get me to buy internet from them, and I was just nice enough. I didn't really blow her off or anything. I was just like, "Hey." She goes, "How you got internet? Is it Time Warner?" "Yeah, I got Time Warner." "Is that the only place your place allows?" "Yeah." "Okay, have a nice day." That was
There
the
you go.
interaction, and then I left. But I don't know how we got onto that. But car, something like that.
Yeah, SiriusXM and whatever.
Anyway, right, because they kept calling you, and you
Still
said
to
no.
this day.
But yeah, that whole period of my life was incredibly stressful for for not just not having a car, but there were things going on in my life that I feel like would have gone way better if I had a car.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to get into that right now. So
Do you have dates lined up?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
You try and think back to that time period and what was happening in my life.
I honestly can't remember.
Oh, okay.
How long
Sam.
ago that was. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But anyway, we're not going to talk about that. I'm not ready to talk about that on the internet. Let's go to the next one.
Okay.
Brave Hideous Donut.
Oh yeah, nobody made that fan art for us.
Yeah, what the hell?
You guys make a bunch of fan art, but you don't make a Brave Hideous Donut fan art?
It's probably because nobody listens to the earlier ones.
Yeah.
TV. Just look up. Ooh, let's try this. Don't look up Oliver.
Hear that compression-y noise.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Anyway, so description for this one. Well, can you think of other than the fan art anything that we talked about here? Because I sure can't.
Particularly, no.
All right. Brown messy donut. School.
Mm-hmm.
Pop figures. Venting. New car.
Okay.
Pokemon Coliseum. Dylan's a brat. What do these things all have in common?
Literally, we talked about them. I don't know.
Everybody knows that they're talked about in this podcast.
Well, there you go. I have no recollection of any of that.
Nope.
Not even a little bit. Except for just the Brave Hideous Donut.
We maybe talked about... I think we talked about the relatability of pop figures, potentially. I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, next up, carriage fingertip bags.
It's like because the bag's resting on my finger.
This sounds even worse.
Yeah, God, these were terrible days. What's the description here?
You don't remember anything about carriage fingertip bags?
Nope.
Okay.
I won't remember anything until episode 24.
Oh, okay.
Which was the one we recorded minutes before this one.
Step inside the room where it happens to listen to Dylan and Scott talk about posting schedule.
That's a good...
Joel Casada.
That's right.
Dennis probably meant Joe Casada. And Disney Channel original movies. Scott and Dylan also talk about being sick constantly. So do you really want to be in the room where it happens? What do you want, listener? What do you want, listener? If you stand for nothing, listener, then what do you fall for? That doesn't really work. There's no rhyme there.
I want to be in the room. Can I tell you, I had a dream last night.
Oh, go on.
Where we were doing Hamilton's to the instrumentals. Mm-hmm. And I have one, and I might just go, if we want to do, there was a conversation about potentially doing the instrumental versions.
Yes.
But there are a couple songs that just start with no music. You
Yes.
have to really hit it. So I might offer some services to like blend the two of them kind of together, just to, at least at the start of a song, to kind of get, and one of those is the reprise to Story of Tonight, where it just starts with them going, I may not live to see our glory.
Uh-huh.
And so that just starts with nothing, so you have to get it right. I had a dream where, for some reason, the instrumental version was like a pre-Broadway version of it that was never released, and so we were trying to do the Hamilton's karaoke to this version that no one had ever heard of before.
Yeah.
And so it was very complicated and confusing, and like beats weren't lining up, and it was a train wreck.
Oh, no.
So
like the movie Trainwreck.
Sure.
I gotta tell you.
Yeah.
I have to pee real bad.
Okay.
So you're gonna carry this podcast.
Ooh,
for
can
the
I have
next
that?
couple minutes. Well, I didn't want to say this on the podcast, but I also kind of have to poop,
Okay.
and I kind of want my phone in there with me. Well, you can have the aux cord.
Ooh, thank you.
Entertain them.
Heck yeah, let's listen to some Goldfinger.
Oh, try and decipher the last podcast I pooped in the middle of.
Ow. God, this is... okay, it's not working. It's just making lots of poppy noises. Sorry about that, everyone. I'm going to have to carry this cup. Let's try it again. Nope. It's just doing that to a beat. So, never mind. Let's see if I can actually pull up the podcast app and see what we got going on. Episode something or other. Is this interesting to anybody? How you doing, gang? Let me tell you about my life right now. I am watching The West Wing for the first time And that's pretty interesting. And I just got to season 5. And I've heard that it only goes downhill from here. So we'll figure out what happens. Anyway, I just got to the podcast page. Carriage fingertip bags. Oh, yeah, I don't care what's in that one. Reborn Dog featuring Trailer Drake. This was another live... it was live streamed. And then Drake thought we were recording the video, but we weren't. What else did we talk about? YouTube stuff. That's right. Drake was super pessimistic about, like, don't start a YouTube channel, guys. Don't start a YouTube channel. But I say, hey, man, if that's what you want in your life, go for it. We talk about LA a lot, apparently, in that episode as well. Oh, I got to be exciting. I got to have an exciting voice. Welcome to episode 7, Coach Nerve. Don't miss your shot. See, okay. Dennis, if you're going to make references to Hamilton, you can't say don't miss your shot. You have to say don't throw away your shot. Come on. Get it right. We talk about coffee makers. I was a Pizza Hut sign holder. That's right. And we talk about how Dylan and I met. Good job, us, for doing that sort of thing. I don't want to go through we've done so many episodes. I don't want to sit through them all. This is garbage. I hate this podcast so much. Don't tell Dylan this, but this podcast is like it's the thing that I hate to do the most. And I don't want to tell Dylan because it might break his heart if he finds out that I just absolutely hate recording this podcast. And what? How was everything come out okay?
I mean, yeah, you saw me walk up here, and I could hear you say everything you were saying.
I don't. Well, this is real awkward.
How did you start that bit when I flushed? Or
no, I just started and it was coincidental that you came out.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was hoping you would listen to it later and be like, what the?
Nope. The only thing I heard was Reborn Dog.
Yeah.
Which I do remember something from.
Yeah,
I don't know what you brought up, but that is the one where one of my famous quoted lines comes from.
Yeah.
Which is, I like small penises.
What is the context for that one?
There really is no context.
Okay. It's doing the same thing for you.
It's because I'm touching it.
Oh, okay.
It's got to get settled.
All right.
But yeah, there really is no context. You two were just talking about something, and I was really delirious when we were recording this. So I'm just kind of, I think I had one of these going on. I was just
like hunched over, and I gotcha.
And then you guys were talking, and it came to a halt, and I just went, I like small penises. And then you both were like, oh, okay.
All right, Dylan.
I think that was the day where you thought I had Tourette's. We also talked about that.
Yeah, okay.
And then, because it was I had one of those, like, I'm not diagnosed, but I feel like my parents are. They're bipolar. I've probably talked about this on the childhood episode, but I feel like some days I'm a little bit like that. Mm-hmm. So I was very manic for like every second up until we hit record, and then just dead.
That's right.
I'm done, guys.
That's right.
And you both were very concerned for me. Yeah, that was that episode. Did you read the description?
Potentially. I honestly don't know where I landed.
You don't remember what you just talked about?
Yeah, because I went on to the next one. Yeah, I basically just talked about Drake and how he was like very pessimistic at the end of that one when he was like, "Don't start a YouTube channel."
That's right. I remember that.
I talked about Coach Nerve already. Dennis misquoted Hamilton.
Oh, did he?
In the thing.
Where's that?
At the very start of Coach Nerve.
Oh, don't miss your shot.
Get out of here.
Oh, that's the one that we referenced earlier.
Which one?
The mic adjustment hour.
Oh yeah.
You know when coaches in games get like.
That was the one. That was episode 7.
I'm excited that they recognize
Yes.
me every
Let's-
time.
Fair enough.
And then I don't really want to go to college yet. I kind of
Let's
just want
find
your
a-
meetings all
Yeah.
at once because that was the first time I'd seen Derek and
This guy's my editor. You know that, right? And he was like,
I don't think that was the one.
Well, Dennis, your descriptions are misleading.
I mean, we might have adjusted microphones, but I don't think that was
Dennis,
the
your descriptions
microphone.
are misleading.
The description for finger yam.
Formerly known as glacial existent something.
Who cares? It's long. The very first part is a trick is something a whore does for money. Which is a wonderful Arrested Development reference.
Yep. Is this the one with Celeste? Oh, Glacial Existent Frog
Yes.
featuring Celeste.
Yes, and Celeste only talks about reverse paper shredders. I don't remember that. I don't remember that at all.
Neither do I.
All right.
That sounds interesting.
Good job.
I think this was the peak of the mic sounding terrible, though.
Yeah, I think so too.
Let's find out. Oh, that's Coach Nerve still. Let's read the rest of the description while I find a place.
Hey guys, Dylan here.
Oh, this is a free boy.
It's because so
There
Oh,
it
wow.
is.
when I was doing a show by myself. with
Good
Slam,
stuff.
That sounds like trash. But anyway, the rest of the description, it says, we explain how we come up with the names of the podcasts again. Scott had a private magic show, never read Harry Potter, and is naked during this podcast.
I had a private magic show? What are you talking about?
Scott had a private, that's what it says.
All right. I don't think these descriptions are very accurate to the episodes
Nope.
that they're describing.
Dylan likes reading, hates when people bring up their childhood unless on a dedicated podcast, loves to talk about paper shredders. And Celeste only talks about reverse paper shredders.
There you go. I did talk about how I used to be a magician, though. I will
Yeah.
say, I was at VidCon.
We talked a lot about Harry Potter, I remember that.
Sure. I was at VidCon recently, and there was a guy who approached us and started doing magic tricks.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, look, there's a very basic magician's code sort of thing where, like, if you know the trick...
Magician's Code.
Yeah, there is a magician's... There's a good magician's code. But if you know the trick, you just don't... You don't bring it up while they're performing or even in front of people. You just,
that's just manners.
Right. You just go, because, I mean, when I was a magician, there were people who would be like, I saw that you did the thing.
Yeah, I've witnessed you witness other people do card tricks.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay.
It's one of those things where, so a guy was doing a magic trick and it was like a very clear, like, everyone look at this one thing that I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
And like, he was like, your card's going to appear right here. And he already had like the card like in his mouth or whatever. And so I just kind of like tapped my friend. I was like, look up there. And I felt really cool because I was just like, dude, he thinks he's slick. Like, let's check it out. But I wasn't. No, I mean, he wasn't the person. He wasn't the person the friend was doing the trick to. I just like very discreetly kind of nudged my friend and just pointed at the guy's face, and I was like,
Magician's Code.
I wasn't making a big scene. I wasn't even saying how he did it. I just said, no, look, he already did the thing. He was going to reveal it in like 2 seconds. I was just like, look, Early, you're with me. I can point these things. Look how cool I am.
Okay.
Hop on my penis.
Hop on it.
But no, it was a fun time.
We came at RTX. We came up with a special way to live your life.
Yeah.
It's a slogan. You either are the dick, or you ride the dick.
Okay.
That's how you live your life. It's black and white.
Boy, I really hate that.
Why?
I would rather people just not be dicks. How about that?
It's not. It's a joke. It's not real. Don't live your life by those rules. It's funnier with context.
Okay.
Anyway, number 9. Dirt Blockade Alphabetic Frontier Grab.
God, too many words.
These are the ones that Ricky comes up with.
Yeah, because he goes to the name generator
There
and
are like
doesn't
7.
he doesn't see that you can change how many words they recommend, so it just defaults to 5.
But
or something
I do remember, because of this name, there was a conversation where someone said that we should just use the shortened version, the initials of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to think about it for a second because I was worried that it was going to spell out fag. Yeah. But it didn't, so we were good.
Did you get the notification?
Yeah. The Menace just hit us up. Can we call him on Slack?
We can. I don't know if he'll answer.
Let's see if he'll answer.
Dude, 25 episodes
25,
in.
the first appearance.
The first appearance of Dennis, the Menace.
Oh, we did say we were going to save him for the 100th, but I don't think we're getting there.
No.
We'll see. We'll bring Dennis on every 25.
Yeah, you think so?
There you go.
If we remember.
Every court, we probably won't.
Every 25 episodes, that's the sex hump episode.
The sex hump.
Woo!
Sex hump. Sex hump. Let's see if this works. Oh,
Blum, blum.
it's coming through.
Sure is.
Oh, wait. Is it not now?
No, it's just quiet.
Why did it go quiet?
I don't know. Don't go boneless on me, Sean.
What does that mean?
Name that reference.
Dennis?
Hey, are you guys recording right now?
Yeah, we
How'd you know? How'd you guess? Oh, right.
Am I
you
on the
listen-
podcast?
Yeah,
Yes.
It's our 25th, so we figured we'd bring you in the fold.
I'm glad that you figured you'd bring me in after I messaged and make sure you guys were recording.
Yeah, we got the ping and we were like, well, let's call him and get him on.
25 for Dennis.
Oh man, yeah. You guys gave me a major bump because in the last episode you talked about my YouTube.
Oh,
And
Well, not the last episode as of this recording.
In one of the, what is it, 23?
Who
20
knows?
22, 23.
20, okay, yeah,
One of those.
Sure. Oh, by the way, I didn't ask, but I actually put one of your videos in a comic story video.
No way, which one?
The Spider-Man and Elsa one.
Yes, yes.
Please send that to me.
It's not released yet, but I will when it actually it might be. No. Oh, it is. I'll send it to you later. It's if you want to just look it up now, it's the Spider-Man webbing one that they did a couple days ago.
Oh,
They
man.
referenced Spider-Man and Elsa videos, and I used yours as an example.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm totally gonna become internet famous
That's right.
now.
That's your goal.
Is he linked in the description?
Probably not.
All right.
I didn't tell Benny that that's who it was. So
Well, see if you can work in the one that I'm currently editing right now. Which
You
is
doing
just-
another one?
No, now I'm doing. Okay, so I'm wearing a Yoda onesie and a pink taco hat,
Okay.
and I eat a raw unpeeled onion every time the song "Smooth" by Santana and Rob Thomas is the best song in the world.
This is like a piece of eclectic internet art that escapes all definition.
it's
So
beautiful.
to ruin it for everyone, I eat like a whole onion
Good. I'm
Awesome.
glad. I can't wait
In a
to.
Yoda onesie.
and a Yoda onesie and a pink hat next to guitars. And I was just about to post a picture on Twitter with hashtag art. So
Good.
I love it.
I can't wait to watch it.
Shout out
and
your
then comment
Twitter.
art. Yeah.
it's at Dennis McCarson. Man, I'm gonna get like at least 10 new followers.
That's right.
We try. See, we talk about you a lot, but we only ever refer to you as the Menace or just Dennis. So
Yeah. We only ever refer to you as your name.
yeah. But like
Yeah.
we don't plug you ever. But anyway, do you want to tell people what you do?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll let you guys in on the meta side of it. I need to stop telling everyone the meta side because otherwise everyone will just know. But I am playing a character on YouTube who wants to become YouTube famous but has no discernible talent.
I love it.
See, I feel to me it's pretty obvious that you're playing a character, but that's because I know you.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how many people don't think it's a character.
Yeah, like that's there was a channel a little while ago that was parodying React channels, and I think I don't remember what it was called, but he was playing a character that was a new really shitty React channle.
Yes,
And-
yes, and then someone reacted to him, and then he reacted to their reaction.
Yeah, he started like a whole rivalry with Grade A Under A, and
Yep.
like pretty much exposed Grade A Under A for being a big asshole
Oh man.
because
Yeah.
he didn't get the joke. He wasn't in on the joke, so he thought he was Grade thought he was genuinely just a shitty reaction channel, and
Well,
was like
because this
blasting
guy-
him.
This guy bought ads
Yeah.
on Grade A Under A's videos
He bought
of his
ad
own
space.
video.
I love it.
So it's like, and he like made videos of cutting together like Grade's videos to make him say things to make it look like they're friends. And then he put those as ads on Grade's videos. So whenever you would watch one of his videos, this guy's video would pop up first.
Oh, that's amazing.
It was incredible. He's not, neither of them are really around anymore, but
No.
I hope they like rode off into the sunset together and fell in love and quit
Yeah.
YouTube.
Sometimes I think these people are in on the joke. Grade A definitely was not.
Yeah, he totally wasn't. He was so angry.
I'll have to
Yeah.
look that up later.
It
That's
was
awesome.
wonderful. Anyway, we're doing like a look through of the past podcasts, so we're gonna get back to that. But
Yes, enjoy it, everyone. the best episode is definitely the childhood episode.
Good. That is, I will agree. That's the only genuinely good episode, I think.
Well, actually, there's two different best episodes. You know, like the best episode, like podcast wise, like this is really great information, is the childhood episode. The best episode to listen to is the first elephant in the room episode.
Disagree. Disagree wholeheartedly.
I agree.
Absolutely not. You're a liar. This is fake news. I do not endorse this at all.
I would love for someone to draw every other person who's mentioned besides Scott and Dylan as different elephants in the room.
Oh, that'd be incredible. You got to give them all names that are kind of their names but rhyme with Barry.
Yeah. Like what? Like, do you mean guests or do you mean, what do you mean?
Just like, you know how Ricky's on like 8 episodes, but he's never really on them.
Yeah. Oh, like doing the music and.
He's definitely one of the elephants.
Ricky is the elephant in the room.
Oh, shit.
He is the elephant in the room.
DJ Ricky.
That's the one.
Yeah. One more thing, and then I'll let you go. There's. I'm trying to convince Ricky to do a collab video with me in which I start copying all of his videos.
Good.
And because Ricky is such a nice guy that I think it would be amazing that if he like fake lost his cool.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And just yelled at me.
Fake internet drama?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
I'm going to start fake internet drama with NerdSync once I hit 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, man, we got to get those watch loops. That's the new big thing.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right, guys. Enjoy the podcast.
We'll try. Thanks,
All right.
Dennis, for all your hard work.
Thanks for the description. Thanks for the titles and descriptions.
I barely even listen to the podcast.
Yeah, we can tell by the descriptions.
All right, you guys are both beautiful.
You too.
Aw.
Bye-bye.
Bye, buddy.
He didn't even say bye. He just left.
That's right. God.
That
Just
was
like a TV show.
that
People
was
just
the
hang up.
Menace. God, I love him. He's a good boy.
He's a good man.
All right. I hope he listens to this one all the way through. What were we on? Did we read the description for the debafk?
We got to 9. I don't know.
We're on 9 still. All right. It's good old debafk. This is a Harry Potter fan fiction podcast now. Scott does a hobo impression, and Dylan has been up for 13 hours.
I do a hobo impression. Oh, Dennis just posted his pic on Twitter of the.
Let me see.
Check. Oops, dang it. No, stop. Well, all right. I liked it. Come on. I just wanted to do that.
Amazing.
It's exactly as described. Him mindlessly eating an onion.
That video is probably out, so go check it out by the time this is up.
Yeah, by the time this is up.
Donkey Kong, the last G.
We thought, yeah, okay.
Nice. Actual quote from Scott when someone sneezes. Even I'm mentioned in this podcast. Note from the person who does the descriptions for these podcasts. Oh, so maybe that was appropriate. 9 was the first time we mentioned Dennis, I guess.
Oh, cool. Serendipity.
Good. Yeah. If you're reading this, please tweet at Orm Alexander. They do to me. They Deuteronomy. I remember that. I got so many of those. It's still funny to me.
I don't understand it, but all right.
It's a good joke.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what else we talk. This is February 27th.
I felt like because of the Deuteronomy thing, it was either that episode or like another episode responding to it. There was an episode where for a very large chunk I was just trying to explain one joke from Psych and I couldn't get there.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to figure out which one the elephant in the room was in. Because the next one
is the childhood episode.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Was it before or after?
Let me channel it. Hold on. We'll talk about the elephant in the room.
No. So what was the elephant in the room again? We just got new microphones.
I remember.
We just got new microphones, right?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm remembering time and
So it was whenever the audio sounds better.
Maybe it was 9 then.
Yeah.
I feel like it would have been mentioned in a thing though. Let's play a little bit from 9. Let's see if that's
the
it.
information superhighway an online...
So does that mean wizards can't have stutters?
Well,
else they would-
I'm not saying that.
Or, but
Huh.
so for me,
Let us know in the comments
yeah.
which one the elephant in the room is originally from, because I can't remember.
Or don't do that. It's fine.
Yep. I feel like it was, because 10 is titled the childhood episode, aka the real elephant in the room.
Oh, so it has to be
It
before.
has to be 1 through 9.
Okay.
So, anyway, this is the one where shit got real. So,
Heck
for those
yeah.
that don't know, because I feel like a lot of people haven't listened to the entirety of the podcast.
Why would you?
Especially like the first 10, because they're kind of trash.
Yes, they are.
But we had talked about childhood a lot as a theme throughout. Well, somebody proposed the idea of a childhood episode, and I knew it was our one to fall back on in case we couldn't think of anything to talk about. But we just kept being able to talk about things. And anytime somebody brought up childhood,
We'd be like,
we
we'll
would
save that for the
Yeah.
childhood episode.
Just like we don't talk about comics on this podcast. So episode 10 came along, and I thought it would be a good idea for the 10th episode to finally just sit down, don't talk about anything except childhood. So we did that. Thus, the description. The amount of shenanigans in this episode, he capitalized shenanigans, by the way.
Whoa.
Not sure
Hold
why.
on. A little too wild, I
A
think.
little too wicked and
Tone
wild.
it down a bit.
0. You heard me. 0 shenanigans.
Not one shenanigan?
Not one shenan.
Oh, man.
Not one sheenan. In this episode, Scott and Dylan
Hey.
tackle their childhoods and tell you all the juicy childhood secrets and trivia, which you can use to make more convincing Twitter clones of them.
Well, all right.
That didn't really happen.
That didn't happen so much. In fact, we lost a clone. Not
did we?
Scott became not Theodore.
No, it's just not Theodore.
Oh.
He dropped a knot.
He dropped a knot. Good for him. Finally got untied.
Good for him. Good pun. Because if we know anything about the maze, memories are the key to consciousness. Dylan had a complicated childhood, and Scott, not so much.
What are you by comparison? All right, whatever.
Or maybe it was complicated. Is it even possible to have a non-complicated life? Existence is complicated. Man, this is getting real.
Oh my God.
I haven't read this. Childhood is a trying time. And if you're listening to this podcast having an existential crisis, it's okay. It's happening to me too.
Oh, man. As I'm writing this description, apparently.
Also, tweet at Dylan to ask to see his notebook.
Oh, yeah, we don't have that
Nobody
anymore.
ever did.
Oh, did they not?
No.
Are you sure?
'Cause I don't remember
I'm
that.
pretty sure you posted a picture of the notebook.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
Somebody asked for it.
Maybe I did. The Notebook, the movie. What if the Notebook the whole time was just a copy of the Notebook on DVD?
Like, at the end of every episode, you would close the
I
DVD
would close
cover
the
of
DVD cover of the Notebook.
I would love that.
That'd be pretty great.
That's the official headcanon of the podcast.
It's just
now.
always been a copy of the Notebook.
It's awesome.
It's a good donkey joke. I forget what video it's in,
Yeah.
but he says that a DVD copy of Shark Tale is what runs Microsoft.
That's right.
So it's a classic. But anyway,
Just I want you to re-listen to all of the episodes that had the Notebook in it, and imagine with new context that it's
they're
a
immediately
DVD
funnier.
of the Notebook.
And whenever I'm writing in it, it's just me like fucking the disc up heavily, so it can never be read again. So after the depressing hour-and-a-half long episode that was 10, we get 11. The online
Kevin
Penguin
Levin.
nope.
Sorry.
The online Penguin cast. Do you remember this one? Because I kind of remember this one. This is the one where you opened with your impression of one of the penguins of Madagascar,
Oh, Kowalski
Yep,
or
that's
whatever
it.
it was.
which
Come
happens.
on, men.
That happens to be the first word
Is it Kowalski?
in the description. Yeah,
I love it.
Kowalski. The opposite of childhood is laughter. Penguins.
Hold on.
Shia
Can
LaBeouf.
we go back to how dark that sounds? The opposite of childhood is laughter?
Yeah.
All right.
We got penguins. We got Shia LaBeouf, HD DVDs, and more discussed in this episode. Dylan also has a thing with numbers. I do. Also, look for me, the guy writing the description, this description on episode 300, not 100.
That's right.
So this is
we
the
get
one
him
where we
on and
said,
we cut it.
Yeah, the Menace would be on episode 300.
I love it.
Interesting, though. We talked about Shia LaBeouf here, apparently.
Yeah.
Because I remember recently we talked about Shia LaBeouf for an extended period of time.
I would imagine we talked about Shia LaBeouf because he was in the other Penguin movie.
That's right. You are correct, sir.
Smile and wave, boys.
Smile and wave. Episode 12. The Emailed Spoon. You named this one.
Yeah, it's a great name.
Remember the elephant in the room? It's back. So let's start. There's a lot of talk about spoons,
Yes.
but not spooning.
No. Why would we?
Sorry, Skoland shippers. I don't know what that means.
Hold on. Say it again.
That's our ship name, apparently.
Skolan?
I don't know if that's how you're supposed to pronounce it, but looking at it, it's Scolan.
Okay.
Scolan?
Scolan.
Scolan. That would make the most sense.
Scolan makes sense.
Sorry, Scolan shippers.
Yeah.
Are there Scolan shippers? I feel like there's not.
There's probably not.
I feel like there's more so people just want us to be roommates.
Or just think that we
they
are.
just think we're roommates.
Yeah.
Which is not true. We don't get that as much anymore now, though.
I just want to say, literally every single time I have an interaction with a female on Twitter, like the number one immediate response is, I ship it. And it's just like...
Whoops. That's unfortunate.
It's a good time.
That sounds annoying. I'm sorry. What was I going to say? I thought you were going to say, like, every time you have an interaction with a fan, they're like, so how's Dylan? Where's Dylan?
Oh, no.
Somebody at RTX was like, he forgot your name, so he was just calling you Nerd Sync, and
I love
there
it.
was like a really long pause where he's like, "Man, I'm really bad for names. I know your name because it's the name of your channel," and he said it like really vindictively, like,
I know your
"Fuck
name,
Nerd
Orem."
Sync." And I was like, "Scott?" He was like, "Oh yeah, Scott. That's the one."
Also, my name's not Orem. I don't know.
It is though.
Is it?
I have two names,
All right.
Dylan Orm.
Well, then my name is Nerd Sync.
No. Then there's meme talk. Dicks out for meme haters.
Hell yeah.
Oh, is this the one we talked about memes forever?
I think so.
For an hour and a half. Jesus.
Heck yeah. We talked about Doge and Doge.
Doge. There's also talk about confident kids, 9/11 memories, and disdain for gamers.
Oh, I love talking about 9/11.
Apparently.
No, but I love talking about memories and 9/11 is a big one.
Oh, yeah. That's probably what we talked about.
Yep, I would imagine.
And then Dennis apologizes for being late on his period.
Oh, well, congratulations, I guess.
Oh, this one's got links.
What?
Episode 30. I remember this one. Episode 13. Still January. I don't remember what we talked about, but I just remember the opening.
I do remember the title, Still January.
It was just me asking if it's still January.
Classic bit.
And this was released in March, so absolutely was not. But apparently in this one, we learn about Scott's January 1st tradition that has fell by the wayside.
Yep.
And Dylan gives you some behind the scenes on everything else, or on everything he is doing and has done. I don't remember that, but it happened apparently.
Cool.
There is also a discussion about sleep and time, which are both social constructs. I think we talked about sleep bank in that.
Yeah. The sleep debt.
That's the one. Also, I'm supposed to find this new channel Scott watches. Wish me luck.
Oh, he did not get it right.
Maybe it's Freddie Wong. And then
It
there's
was
a link.
not.
Maybe it's this handsome guy. Then there's a link. Or this guy that sounds like Lars from Heavyweights.
He got
Remember
it
that
all
movie?
wrong.
It's
God,
on Netflix
yes.
now.
Hold on. He mentioned Heavyweights without me?
Apparently. I never heard of it.
Heck, you have never heard of Heavyweights?
No.
Dylan, we gotta watch Heavyweights.
What is it?
It's all right. It's a movie. I think it's a Disney movie. I don't know if it ever came out in theaters, but it's a Disney. It was played on Disney Channel a lot.
Let me see.
It's a movie about a fat camp.
Oh.
And it stars Ben Stiller.
Oh hell yeah!
As like a super intense coach who's like trying to get all these kids in shape. So the premise is there was this camp for fat kids, but it was more so just like a fun place to hang out, right?
Yeah.
Just the general premise was everyone who goes there is typically fat,
Sure.
right? But you go there and you have a good time. It's like it's promised to adults as like, oh, they'll lose weight, but really they just go to hang out and have fun and whatever. And then by the protagonist's first year there, the camp was bought by Ben Stiller.
It's a 30 on Rotten Tomatoes, by the way.
No, it's amazing.
Is it?
Yes, it was. The camp was bought by Ben Stiller, and he tries to turn it into an actual like weight loss camp. And they pull a whole bunch of pranks on him, and it's
Perfect.
It's genuinely so good. One of my favorite movies.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Heck yeah! It's got Goldberg from Mighty Ducks. He's in it.
Never seen
I'm
it.
pretty sure Keenan Thompson's in it
That's
as a
pretty cool.
child.
As a child.
The main actor, I'm positive, never went on to do anything ever again. There was a Chris Farley lookalike as one of like they probably wanted Chris Farley, but
Yeah.
he might have been dead. But
95?
I don't know. When did Chris Farley die?
I don't know.
Is he alive? No, he's not.
Well,
Doesn't matter.
anyway, there
It's a
he,
great movie.
he put 2 more links. I think you gave him the link and then he edited it in because it says video revealed at the bottom, and then a link.
That's a good one. No, I think I talked about video
Heavyweights?
revealed specifically, but
Oh,
but it was I was referencing another dude. I remember that video.
heavyweights.
Heavyweights.
Is
It's
it
about a
on-
fat camp.
They should put all the like Disney movies on Netflix.
They should.
That'd be fruitful.
Heck
for
yeah, then we can
all
start our
parties.
Disney Channel podcast.
That'd be fun.
Disney Channel movie podcast.
Anyway, moving on to episode 14, we're starting to get into the era where I remember these titles.
Okay.
Drive Through.
Okay.
You named this one. Dennis got paid. Dollar bills, y'all.
Woo!
You still pay Dennis?
Occasionally.
I don't pay Dennis.
No?
I haven't given Dennis a single shred of my money or time.
Why would you?
I don't speak to
Who
Dennis.
is that guy?
Ever. Never heard of him.
Never spoken
Never
to him.
spoken to him.
Not once.
Nope.
Name one stretch of time.
Name 1 7-minute period where I've ever spoken to Dennis.
I can't do it.
Nope. The audio is wonky woozy at some points. Scottbot is on the loose.
Hey, that's the one.
This is the one where we try and find a speed.
Heck yeah.
Hey
Spot.
guys,
Let's-
so I don't know what the fuck happened to the audio.
There's a
little
unless we have
disclaimer
it
there.
like unplugged like halfway, the splitter is how. This is one of my favorite episodes. Just
No,
because
it's
of,
great.
Yeah,
I
how
love it.
fun it was.
I absolutely
To
adore
record.
It was so good.
Yeah, I
So
don't know
much
how
fun.
good it listens, but
It was a fun
yeah,
one
it
to
was
be
so
a part
much
of.
fun. There's a discussion of Scott's personal life. There's a new system for headphones, blah blah, laughing discussion, and more YouTube behind the scenes. The story behind how Dylan got fired is also discussed. It's getting really sad listening to this. I can't deal with this. Welcome to the Sadcast, guys. Sorry, Dennis. Maybe that's when he stopped fully listening.
That's when it was.
So he's like, this is depressing now. Uh-oh. What's so important?
Me?
Huh?
I'm just screenshotting Snapchats.
Whom?
Nolly, of course.
How dare you?
She
Send
dyed
that
her
to
hair
me.
and she's real
Did she
cute.
really?
Yeah.
What color?
It's like a pink. Let me show you the screenshot. I took.
Pank.
It's like a pank.
Like a pank.
I don't think it's finished yet. I don't know. Maybe it is.
Oh, neat.
But it's nice. I like it.
Anyway. 15.
15.
This is one of my favorites. This is when this happened for the first time. I think.
Oh, okay. When we had that sort of stuff.
Yep. For those listening.
Yeah. This is not helping at all. I'm distracted.
I gestured to the aux cord with my phone.
I wanted to show. I didn't think that picture did it justice, so I was trying to find another one because I took about 1,000 screenshots.
It's not important right now.
It's very important. Better.
That looks way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I was good. I wanted to do it justice.
All right. Episode 15.
Mm-hmm.
Scott and his son. It's the official name of the podcast.
Sure.
Quivering Scott and Dirty Dan are joined by DJ Stu Dippin
remember this.
for a rootin' tootin' good time, y'all.
God, this was a fun one.
This was one, like, it was, man, this
Quivering Sky.
drive through and Scott, the 14 and 15 was a good stretch.
Heck yeah. That was our prime right there.
That's when we peaked.
It's all downhill for the
15,
next.
This was when we first got like music capabilities. And Ricky was there being a DJ, and we just it was a lot of fun. Go listen to it.
This whole podcast has just been like a go listen to it
Yeah.
sort of a thing.
It's special 25. We got Dennis coming in. We'll make this an extra long one, just because most of it's clip showy. Topics include the top 10 cat sounds, God, the Grand Canyon, Scott and Dylan's first date, our first date,
Like together?
Or, yeah.
Did we have one yet?
I don't think so.
All right.
Oh wait,
Yet.
maybe. I remember on some podcast I talked about the time where we went to Whataburger together, and I didn't really know what to talk
That
to
was
you
probably it. Yeah.
So we probably said that, or we just individually talked about our first dates.
I
Candy.
definitely didn't talk about my first date.
Oh, okay.
Because you remember how that one ended.
Oh right. I always forget that was your first date.
That was my first date and my first many things
We'll talk about that at some point.
at some point.
The production quality of this episode is insane. Every other podcast will seem less than this.
Still holds
Bitch.
up to this day.
If you're still reading this, send a poorly drawn picture of Quivering Scott, Dirty Dan, DJ Stu Dippin, and Description Slave Dennis to someone.
I don't think we got any of those.
Probably. Yeah, whenever we ask people to draw stuff, we don't get it.
Yeah, it's whenever we ask for it. But
Yeah, we don't. We
gotta stop.
We get the shit that we don't ask for, the crude photoshops that are great.
I
but
love them so much.
We don't get the ones we ask for.
No, it's fine.
Don't draw me as Aloy, you pieces of shit. Anyway, episode 16. Oh, this was the good couple. Alienation Nation. You remember this one?
Was this a Zelda?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This was the start of the Zelda saga. So this is when, for those that don't know, this is when I finished Breath of the Wild and thought that we were going to record minimum of 2 podcasts.
We did like 2.5.
We did 2.5, and they were all very long. Just on Breath of the Wild and Zelda in general.
Yeah.
So this description here. First of all, that yelp from Dylan is real weird and funny. I don't remember that,
All right.
but all right.
You left a really funny Yelp review.
Spoilers for Zelda, guys. That's what the description says, not in this podcast.
No, you're fine.
There's a real meta conversation about podcasts. This is also the Zelda podcast. There's probably other stuff that's talked about, but I haven't finished Breath of the Wild yet, and it's making me really nervous every second I listen to it because spoilers. Okay, bye. Follow our Instagram.
That's right.
We don't have Instagram.
Hey, can someone draw some fan art of what our Instagram would look like?
Can someone build a Squarespace website that is just what our Instagram would be?
God, what an intricate.
That'd be great.
What an intricate piece of fan art with like almost no reward for it.
Oh, no, not at all.
Hey, that was a fun thing that
It's
happened.
joy,
Yeah.
purely.
It's its own reward.
Then we had episode 17, which was the Nation of Alienation, part 2. Do you like the Zelda episode last week? This one's 2 hours, by the way.
Good. Didn't we talk for 2 hours?
Yeah. And then the last one was an hour and a half. So, and this was all in one night, by the way. We recorded
That's
these
right.
3 in one night.
We talked for like 5 hours,
Yup.
it seems.
Well, this week we have more Zelda. Too much Zelda. Benny the Comic Historian makes a very brief guest spot. Oh, yeah.
That's
I was
right.
talking to him about that at RTX. He called for work purposes during the podcast. Once again, this is very vague because I still haven't beat Breath of the Wild. Anyways, how are you? You good? You chilling? That's good.
Good job,
Thanks, Dennis. And then 17.5, the only time we've ever done an addendum, is Breath of My Timeline. This one we set a timer for because you were getting fed up.
I was like,
With the Zelda
I've
talk.
never played this game.
Yep.
Let's stop talking about it.
This is the one where I wanted to fit Breath of the Wild into the timeline somewhere. So this is also about Zelda, vague, but basically this is the end of the Zelda arc. This now puts Breath of the Wild in the timeline, the Zelda timeline. Also, Big Wolf on Campus was dope, right?
Hell yeah! It
Origin
was.
stories.
While we've been recording this podcast, I got one. I made a tweet about wanting to do to make the Big Wolf on Campus wiki, and I've gotten 2 notifications. I think somebody just like commented about how much I got a lot of notifications from people commenting about how I like it, but I got some, random internet famous person with like a ton of followers like quote tweeted me and was like, I didn't even know they had a wiki. And so I'm glad I'm finding my people.
Good. Start a
love
podcast with that big
Big
boy.
Wolf on podcast.
Big campus on Wolf. The actor from that show plays a gay man who cheats on his boyfriend in Entourage.
I didn't know that.
Versatility.
There you go.
That's the end of the description.
It said versatility.
Yeah, at the end. Just versatility.
I love it.
And then episode 18, music problems. I think you named this one.
Every time you say that, it sounds very disapproving. Just
Oh, it is. It's intentional.
Thanks, man.
Dylan and Scott discuss Patreon and Zac Efron. Apparently, Dylan really likes High School
Deadly
Musical.
combination.
I do really like High School Musical.
Who doesn't?
You're also privy to a sneak peek of Shark Boy and Lava Girl, starring Scott and Dylan, text messages, and how Scott and Dylan want to die.
Wait, who's Shark Boy and who's Lava Girl in this scenario?
Oh, I'm both.
Oh,
You're fucking diddly Max.
I'm minus or whatever it was.
No, I'm also
okay.
minus. You're
Fair enough.
Max, the shithead whiner.
Oh, great.
But you created us all. So.
I created all of you, and I get to sleep on a marshmallow.
Yep.
It's a good time.
I think that's the one where I played Dream.
Dream.
And then we're getting closer now. 19. Jaundice is a sin.
Good lord.
I think this is the last time I use the thing. Thank you to Jaundice for sponsoring this episode. Good. I don't know if one of us made that joke or if Dennis did. I can't remember, but good on you, Dennis. If it was you, good on one of us. If it was one of us.
Yeah, good job, team.
This week we talk about Black Christmas, less racist than it sounds.
That's right.
Dylan's closet house, social anxiety, source-fed nerd, and now this nerd. Like 30 minutes about now this nerd, but seriously, now this nerd is the worst.
Did we ever make an amendment to say that how they are changing the channel?
Oh, no,
back?
we haven't recorded since that happened.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I guess, quick side note here. Now this nerd...
realized that all of the hate was never going to stop.
Yeah, they realized that they majorly fucked up and reverted the channel back to source-fed nerd and are never going to touch it again. Mm-hmm. So
all they really did was make people hate the brand Now This.
Yep.
And made source-fed nerd go down past a million.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people are like, oh, that's really classy of them. And there's a part of me that is like, sure, but then there's also a part of me that's like,
look, here's
whatever.
what I'm going to say. This is all speculation, and it's not fact. Don't take it as fact.
Sure.
I would wager that this was their plan all along. That
It's really scummy if that's true.
Their entire plan was to just to get name recognition out there. I've talked about this before on the podcast. I've talked about it before everywhere. Sometimes companies do terrible things just because the apology means more.
Right.
So when people are saying,
That's what I'm worried about.
When people are like sitting here going, oh, that was a very classy thing for them to do. You know what? That good job on them. That's the thing that they wanted in the end.
Exactly.
Was people
And that's
saying,
like,
you know what? Good job now, this nerd. Now I respect you. Now I might actually watch your stuff.
That was my one tweet about it was just good. That's all I said. And what I meant by that was it's a good decision, but I don't respect them in any way, shape, or form at all. Because I if that was their plan, and I wouldn't put it past them, they probably want to. And they even say in the video, I watched the video, and they're like, and even some new people are starting to like our videos, but we get it. And like that line is like, maybe they were planning this the whole time, where they just wanted to get their name out there in some way, and they had the money to do it, so they did it. Which is scummy and don't do it. But anyway, that's our little side note about Now This Nerd's.
SourceFed's back, kind of. The archive is back.
I mean, the archive was always there.
Oh, was it? They didn't like private everything?
Delete the
Fair
videos.
enough.
They just put their shitty videos on there. Anyway, episode 20. Another one you named.
Okay.
Who moved my cheese?
Did I name that one?
Uh-huh.
I don't remember.
Because I remember you specifically saying that it wasn't great.
Okay.
You want proof?
No.
You want some proof?
Genuinely, no.
Ricky, a.k.a. Stu Dippin, joins Scott in this week's episode, accompanied by Dylan on the keys or the soundboard or whatever. This week, the discussion centered around the first fart, the real origins of Scott's love of real origins, Let's Plays and video games, Danny Phantom,
First fart.
and tendies.
I don't remember talking about this.
Neither do I. I don't know what that means.
I love the idea that
First
at some
fart.
point we were talking about like a
farted first?
caveman sitting in like just being like, the heck was that?
I think that was the exact
Was that it?
conversation
Oh, yes.
that you and Ricky had.
It's been so long since we recorded.
I think Ricky brought that up.
Oh, I love that so much. I love thinking about like, at some
Just
point
being like,
somebody had the first something, and I love
first
how they
fart.
react. Oh, that's great.
Dennis is also putting hashtags in the descriptions.
That's fine.
So let's see. What was the jaundice one? Oh, there wasn't one in the jaundice one.
So I guess it's just this one.
This week's hashtag is hashtag Hannah Montana can suck my ass.
What?
I do remember what that comes from.
I have no idea.
Or do you remember I brought up a halfway through the podcast when I was done DJing.
Mm-hmm.
I brought up a text to speech website, and I was Miley Cyrus for a little bit, and somebody, I think you called me Hannah Montana, and then I said Hannah Montana can suck my ass,
I love it.
and that was that. And you guys hated it,
Yep.
but everybody else seemed to like it.
Fair
so.
enough.
Episode 21. Thumb
Getting
trick.
closer. Thumb trick.
Jonathan Bush
No.
and Scott. He spelled Jonathan very wrong, by the way.
Is there a correct way to spell
Yes.
Jonathan?
It is JOHNATHY.
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
All right. How do you spell it?
The same, but with a THEE.
All right. That's not very wrong.
Jonathan, it's very wrong. Jonathan Bush and Scott discuss Wonder Woman, Big Wolf on campus,
Hell yeah.
living in LA, the lack of table in Scott's apartment. So that's this one.
Oh, and we have an amendment on that as well.
Yep. And an ensuing argument about the lack of table in Scott's apartment, and the opinions of whether or not people are genuinely good. Don't ever come to Jonathan Bush's house unannounced, or else, because he likes to feel truly alone.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, do you want to talk about your now kind of table?
I
warned
might have
guys.
talked about this before when we talked about how I had 8 legs and 3 tables, but I have a desk now that's set up in my living room, and it used to just be the exact reason why I didn't set up a desk, which is it just collected clutter.
Yeah.
It just like I would come home and I'd put mail there, or if I was just working on something, I would put like cleaning supplies on. That's why I didn't want a desk or a tables, because I knew that it just would collect clutter, and that's what it did for a long period of time. And then just today, I got a bunch of snacks in from Amazon, so I set up a snack bar.
Yeah.
On my
It looks good.
on my desk, and so now it's something. It's got a popcorn machine
It
with
does.
with like popcorn boxes.
Not what you're thinking though.
No, it's an air popper because
Yeah.
I really don't like greasy popcorn. So I like plain,
Skinny pop.
lightly salted.
Lightly
popcorn.
salted.
But-
For the healthy man.
And it's got like pub snack mix, and it's got wasabi peas, which I've been eating a lot of. Those
now
are
you
great.
just need some like bar mood lighting.
Yeah, I was thinking about just setting up something. I don't know what yet.
Employ a bartender. Like he's got,
I might even move my coffee maker
you know,
there.
Nick from New Girl.
Yeah.
Just find someone who looks like him.
Yeah.
Just
Who makes a
stick him in
turtle
your
face
apartment.
all the time.
Yeah. Just exactly.
I love it. Yeah, I might move my coffee maker there too. That's a fun idea. And then just make coffee in that station as well.
Yeah. You're slowly inching your way towards your what
I don't know.
moving on.
Okay.
Episode 22.
Episode?
Episode 22. The Online Banana.
Nah, I don't remember that.
You named this one.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
All right.
Wait, did you? Yeah, you did.
How do you know?
Because I named the next one.
Okay. Doesn't mean much.
Well, we alternate normally.
Normally.
I'm pretty sure you named this one.
Whatever. What's it about?
In this week's episode, our wacky duo discuss Amazon Fresh, how Scott never justifies buying fresh foods and never eating them, bananas, the Yiga clan, state fruits and songs, virgins and Virginia, playing music, and other things that aren't the previously mentioned stuff, but they're good. They're interesting and just great. This was a fun one.
Let's listen to the Virginia State song again.
Okay,
We
I'll pull it up.
We don't have to do it right now.
I'll pull it
We
up.
can end it.
We'll end on that.
Well, you can end on it.
Sure. Okay. But I do remember this one. This one was also, besides the, I think I listened to this one all the way through just because I remember
fun.
having fun with it.
Yeah.
This was also the one where I pulled up the Donkey Kong 64 clip of him saying, "Oh, banana."
Did anyone make? I would love if I don't know if we actually asked of this, but
Well, don't.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Because it won't happen.
What I really want people to never do is to make a Space Jam Virginia state
please don't.
song
That'd be
remix
terrible.
mashup thing. Don't ever do that.
Do not do that.
We will not promote it if you make it.
This was also the episode where I talked about how I ate 6 bananas in one sitting to defy the person who told me that that's impossible.
That's right. I want to say, just as a side note, maybe the reason we don't get the fan art that we request is because in the span of like one episode, we request a lot of people.
Well, we've got listeners.
We
got
give you
multiple.
options. One of those was a music thing if you're a musician.
We don't-
One of
yeah.
them was like a website. Make a website.
We don't care if it's good.
No, I don't care.
I just want to see it.
I just want to know that you guys care.
Exactly. And then 23, episode 23, which is peep, 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 peep,
Yep.
which Dennis chose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 P's to name that one. There are 3 elephants in the room where it happens.
Whoa, one of them was these, right?
Yes, the foam boys
The sound touching the microphones.
that are starting to smell good.
They smell fine.
They smell like I wanted them to.
Okay.
The Penis Game, Dennis's YouTube channel. Man, this is a nice Jerry. The Blank Area Desk, special guest Celeste, Scott's Cargo Shorts, and so much more.
I don't have cargo shorts.
You're wearing some right now.
These are not cargo shorts.
I'm looking at the pockets.
Where? Show me where the
see
pockets are.
right there.
This is my regular pocket.
I'm looking into.
Are you saying I shouldn't wear
the cargo pockets?
Are you saying I should wear pants that don't have any pockets in them?
No, I'm saying on this audio podcast that you are currently wearing cargo shorts.
And no one will ever believe you or me. We'll just side with ever host that they like more. We'll put up a poll. Am I
won't.
wearing cargo shorts?
We absolutely will forget.
Yep.
But we just recorded 24, and I've already forgotten what we talked about.
We had a special guest, Mike, on.
Oh right, fucking Mike. We have since fired him.
Yeah, that's correct.
He's gone. I mean, he had we're his ride, so he's
he's
kind of
still here.
he's here, and he's been staring at us the whole time,
I'm sorry, man.
like gritting his teeth.
I don't know what to tell you, buddy.
Mike, we don't need you to protest, Mike.
Mike,
Mike,
Mike!
it's fine.
unbelievable.
If you take your dick out again, I swear to God,
Jesus.
I'm gonna tell HR. Wait, shit, he is HR.
Yeah, that's right.
We're firing HR.
That's right. His name is Hector Romero. Mike is his middle name.
Hector Romero.
Come on,
That's-
HR.
That's HR from The Flash.
I didn't know his name. What was his name? Why is it HR?
I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna make that reference, but I didn't know what it stood for.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they never said.
Hector Mike Romero. You get out of here.
Harry.
It's Mike. It's not Michael either.
Yeah, it's just Mike. M-I-C.
That's right.
Harry Rotter. He rots in the street.
Other than that, I have absolutely no idea what we talked about. Oh, we talked about movies, like movie theaters
Oh, that's right. We talked about the Alamo Draft House.
and superhero movies.
yeah. We don't have a description for that one, though, because it hasn't gone up yet. So
Basically, the gist of I guess the premise of this episode is, I mean, yeah, we've been doing it for 25 episodes, great. But also, if you didn't know, there's some hidden gems in the descriptions of these.
yeah. This really is just a testament to Dennis's descriptions.
Good job, Dennis. Everyone go follow him on Twitter at the Twitter that he mentioned earlier.
At Dennis Mick
And then
Carson.
Tweet at him your favorite episode description out of all the
Or-
ones that we read. Was there one that caught your attention?
Yeah, definitely read them. They're a good time.
When new episodes come out, I want you to just read the description and not listen to
Don't
any
listen
of the
to it.
podcasts.
It's honestly probably the better option.
Honestly, I would love to have a game where people read the descriptions and they tweet at us what they think it's going to be about.
Yeah.
And then listen to it and see if they were right.
I'm curious, and I'm sure I could find this out by looking at analytics, but well, one of these parts I could find this out, but what platform do you listen to this on? And where/when do you listen to this? Like, because I know I pretty much only listen to podcasts when I'm driving somewhere, unless it's a video podcast. Because then I have something to look at. But I don't know. Do you listen on your way to work?
You ready to school?
Knowing our demographic?
Yeah.
Do you not have work? Probably.
Yeah.
Do you listen in the tub?
Sexy tub time.
On the turlet?
Sexy turlet time.
Do you listen? Do you have like, those scenes in movies when like a hacker is about to hack?
Yeah.
And Fantastic Four, a great movie by
movie.
Josh Trank. When totally not wigged.
You got it.
The fuck's her name? Sue Storm?
Oh, I was thinking the actress. Yeah.
I was too at first, but I
okay.
totally blanked on her name. So
It's Kate Mara.
Kate Mara, that's right. She puts on headphones and she's listening to like fucking Monster Cat or some shit.
Yeah.
Do you prepare hacking by listening to this podcast? It's really underwhelming.
I would love if any, like, because it's not even just a hacking thing. There are other characters
Sorry,
in
she
movies.
listens to Portishead, not Monster Cat. I remember that now because I listen to that band too, and they're great.
But
Anyway, continue.
there are other like people in movies who will like listen to like anyone who's maybe like a murderer might put on music. And
Yeah.
I would
Put
love
on,
if
like,
it's just
NPR.
Like, yeah, they're just like listening to a freaking like TED radio hour or
Yeah.
something like it, just like a nice TED talk, and they're like, oh, this is a really interesting thing about the economy of Malaysia. Stab, you know?
That'd be actually, if you film that right, that'd be really chilling.
Yeah,
Just to
actually,
look at.
yeah.
Go get on that, directors, writers, screenplayists. That's the technical term.
Screenplays. It's like that. There's a name for this type of thing, and the name escapes me, and I remember where I heard the name, but I might have to re-listen to it or whatever. But it's the idea of things being like music being creepy because it's it doesn't feel like it belongs, like that
Yeah.
like a child's song whenever it's
Yeah,
like a scary
exactly.
movie. It's that sort of thing, only it's like, a talk podcast where people are just like, oh
It's
yeah,
just like that's a very clear way that movies and TV shows use to show sociopaths a lot when they're doing something so brutal but are so calm about it.
yeah.
I think listening to a podcast could really.
But they also do that same thing with there's actually a big trope with like morticians or whatever, where people will like they'll just
Classical music.
no, well, not even that. What's the people that perform the autopsies? What are those people called?
I don't know. Eye zombies.
Sure. They if you ever see, there's a big huge trope in movies and TV where those people will always be eating over a dead body.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
it's to show like, oh, this is how
Yeah, it doesn't gross them
this is how
out.
disassociated they are from a dead body, that they're
Or-
comfortable enough to eat around it.
In iZombie's case, you eat the dead body.
Sure.
It's another level of the trope. Get it? 'Cause
Sure
she's
is.
a zombie. You know.
I've been researching a lot about horror and what makes things scary and monsters
right.
and stuff like that.
for
I
that
am
video.
so excited. There's a ton of stuff we have to cut out, so I'm hoping I can rework it into another video at some point, probably for Halloween. But God, it's so fascinating.
That's tomorrow, Scott.
Halloween's tomorrow.
We've been recording for 3 months.
Oh my God, how long have we been recording for?
An hour, hour 2-3
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant 20. Do you mean 22 minutes or 22 seconds?
minutes.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
The way that you said 2-2, then 2-3,
Well,
I thought you were counting up.
No, it just
seconds.
coincidentally
Okay.
went to the 23-minute mark.
Gotcha. So we can probably wrap it up.
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about horror.
Yeah.
Dylan, guess what's really fascinating?
My life story.
A lot of the things that are scary are things that are contradictory, interstitial, things like zombies or ghosts or mummies that are both alive and dead. That's a contradictory thing. That doesn't fit into our category, our preconceived categories of how the world should work.
Right.
In fact, a lot of the things that make things scary are things that don't fit into a category that we're familiar with.
Right.
Haunted houses are another thing that are inanimate yet animate. So that's scary. Things that are a combination that live interstitially between two things that maybe aren't contradictory, but they are two separate things in one being, or multiple different things in one being, like Frankenstein's monster, cobbled together from different parts of people all in one being, or Jekyll and Hyde are two individuals all in one space. Or werewolves or wolf and man together into one thing. So it's a lot of stuff like that.
Wolf and teenager.
Wolf and campus.
Sure.
A lot of stuff like that. And so it's just all this idea that it's just they're category errors, and that's why we find them scary. And it leads back to, this is something that we had to cut out, but I found it too fascinating that I want to tell everyone about it. In Leviticus, let's get biblical here.
Beep, beep, beep.
In Leviticus, it mentions a lot of stuff that people aren't allowed to touch or consume, foods they're not allowed to consume, right? And all of them fit into category errors, right? So like cows are fine, but something like fish that don't have, like, fish are fine, but you can't have fish that don't have scales or fins. Because if they don't have scales or fins, then it's like, well, that's not what a fish should normally be like. That doesn't fit into our mold of a fish, so we can't have that.
Interesting.
You can't, like, eat or even come in contact with, I guess, I mean, who knows? Somebody does, not me. I'm not versed on my Leviticus. But you can't, like, eat bugs that can fly and walk around on, like, 4 legs or whatever, because that's one of those things where, well, if it walks around on 4 legs, that's typically a land animal thing, but it's flying, so that's a flying animal thing. So they're combined, and it's like, that doesn't make sense.
It's overwhelming.
It's combining them into multiple things. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Right.
A lot of that fits into categories. Same with, like, you're not allowed to, the classic example is, like, you're not allowed to wear clothes that are weaved of 2 different fabrics. Again, you're mixing things that you shouldn't be mixing. Then, I mean, there's some good stuff in there.
Yeah.
Bestiality, that's a no-go. And I agree with that one wholeheartedly.
I was about to be like, because you said there's some good things in there too.
Oh.
Bestiality.
Oh, what I meant was there's some good prohibitions in there, like bestiality. That's
fascinating.
Yeah. So that's a lot of all that kind of stuff typically would fit into.
Like clowns in the woods.
Like clowns in the woods.
You're supposed to see a clown in the woods.
Sure. Speaking of
Speaking of
clowns,
disco.
though, murderous clowns, happy things that are scary. It's another kind of contradictory thing. But also, like Stephen King's It. There's the famous movie from 1954 or something called Them. There's John Carpenter's The Thing. There's the kind of B movie The Stuff. All of those are great examples of, even their name describes how they don't fit into any categories, because we don't have any other words to describe them than it, them, thing, stuff.
See the trailer for It?
The new one?
Yeah.
No.
Looks pretty good.
Does it?
Yeah. It looks like... So I've discovered recently that I really love... even though I hate The Sandlot...
Hold on.
Just let me say...
Okay.
I can't judge it as a movie because I've seen it so much and I saw it so much as a kid that I just hate it because of overexposure. But movies like it, I love. Like the what's one that I saw recently for the first time?
Super 8.
No.
Okay.
There's a song. It's Stand By Me.
Oh, yeah.
Love that movie.
Great movie.
Movies like that where it's just a bunch of boys getting out, being all silly and cursing. They're not supposed to.
Kings of Summer is a really good one. I don't know if you ever saw that one.
I haven't seen that.
That's a great one.
I like that genre.
It's like a coming of age kind of thing.
Yeah, nice wholesome movie most of the time. And I know It is not going to be wholesome, but like it has that vibe from it.
Yeah.
Where it's like a group of 4 boys. I've never seen the original or read the book.
Yeah.
But it looks good.
I don't know if the original ever scared me. It was one of those, you know how, and maybe this is bad or, but like movies nowadays are filmed a lot differently than movies back in the day. Like they just have a structure. Like people, I think it's good, but again, it like makes this, if movies kind of fit into this mold where like at this moment you have to hit this beat, blah, blah, blah. And I think that's just a sign that people are perfecting the genre. They know what people want. They know how
Sure.
to keep people. But I know a lot of people will say like, well, that just makes everything expected. That just makes everything,
Yeah.
whatever. There are arguments either way. But I think the original It wasn't super scary to me, and in fact was very boring because I don't think it was shot in a way that my kind of younger, more millennial brain
Sure.
would think to observe in a movie. I'd be like, well, this just seems like a boring movie to me.
Right.
But I feel like the new one, and this is kind of, I guess, a defense of reboots and remakes and stuff like that, is you can make a lot of that stuff for what a modern audience might want.
You ever seen Creep?
I don't think so.
It's really good.
Yeah?
It's just talking about like shooting movies in different ways. It's shot very boring,
Yeah.
but not at the same time.
Huh.
It's first person almost.
Interesting.
The whole basis of it is this guy hires someone to he's dying. The guy is dying and he wants to make like a documentary of his life before he passes of cancer or something. And he brings him out into his like cabin in the woods basically.
Cabin in the Woods.
Yep. And he just has like a camera and it's you're watching the movie that's made basically. Just the unedited footage from it. It's kind of found footage but not really framed in that way. But it's a really good example of what I think horror should be and not what it is. Like it's not the like blockbuster popcorn jump scare trash. It's just like very slow build, chilling, creepy
Yeah, sure.
stuff like that. And
Yeah.
it's a really fascinating movie. It's got like one jump scare in it.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I think I've been doing a ton of research on just horror movies as well. And what's really interesting is that horror movies go in cycles. So like the very first kind of stuff was gothic horror. This would be like your Draculas, your very classic kind of monster movies. There's some other stuff in between, but like the next really big one, this was like your mutated monster, your Godzillas, your any sort of giant, creature that was attacking a city or whatever. Yeah. And then it moved into psychological stuff with Hitchcock and Psycho, and then I think it moved into slashers, and then found footage was one. The kind of modern one, and I think we're kind of in a shifting moment currently, but at least what the big genre was of the last decade or so was the torture porn, your Saws, and your anything that was just gory and gross and that sort of stuff.
I think my favorite is mostly like psychological stuff, and like Black Mirror could be described as horror. Yeah, I don't think it is, but it could be. Yeah, especially certain episodes could. But that's more so like horror of just, it's not scary so much. It just it just fucks with you.
Yeah,
and that's what I really like.
That's kind of like Twilight Zone.
Yeah, exactly.
Where I remember watching episodes of Twilight Zone as a kid and going like, oh, that was a really neat thing. And then there are other episodes where I'm like, oh no, no, I cannot sleep now because of this.
Have you seen all of Black Mirror?
I haven't seen any of Black Mirror.
Oh, okay. No. Well, okay. I won't say anything then, but you should. Shit, you haven't seen any of Black Mirror?
I know. People tell me.
We've probably talked about this. Jesus Christ, it's good.
I know.
Anyway.
I've heard before it was on Netflix it was good.
I like all of it.
Okay, fair enough.
There is a clear like shift in seasons, mostly just because it's all like you can notice because everything is English actors, and then one season goes by and not everyone is English anymore because it's being produced by Netflix and not BBC.
So they're like, we gotta get Will Arnett in here because he has to be in every Netflix show.
No, Will Arnett doesn't show up. That is, they're actually really good about that. Black Mirror about pretty much getting no-name actors to heighten like what. The only actor I ever recognized from it was Haley Atwell.
I've seen that she's been on,
and she's so fucking good in it. And I think that was actually before she blew up, but that whole show is great. I will say like, and they dance with that messing with you versus like not being able to sleep stuff. Like episode 1 which a lot of people will tell you to skip, that's the type of episode that will be like, I hate humanity now. I don't want to sleep anymore.
Oh, no.
And then episode 2, they're all kind of like that, but episode 2, which is my favorite and like everybody's favorite, that's something more so where you leave it being like, oh,
All right.
that was fascinating. Yeah, there's a lot of it, like one of them actually kind of talking more. I know this means nothing to you, but talking more about like people say that it was good before Netflix. One of my favorites, I think, comes out of the Netflix season, which is it's based on VR, and it's.
I think we have talked about this before.
Yeah, it is the most like horror film tropey one that they do, and it's
Interesting.
It's really fucked up and it's really cool. But anyway. Horror, it's a fun genre.
I've just been doing a lot of horror research for sure, and it's been super duper fascinating to me. But I have to cut a lot of stuff out, so I need an outlet to talk about horror because I don't particularly like watching horror movies, but I think it's fascinating to discuss about like what makes things scary and
Sure.
why they're fascinating. Because the reason it goes in cycles is because it has to be. It has to be relevant for in order. Like the Godzilla and all those monster movies were scary. Like nowadays, we could watch those and be like, "This is rad." Like we might like it, but we wouldn't think it's scary.
Right.
Like the new Godzilla movies, every time they make they don't market it as a horror movie.
No,
they market it as like
monster
a monster movie or disaster movie that happens to have a monster in it. But like, yeah, back in the day, people were absolutely terrified of that stuff because. You know, they were very aware of nuclear radiation and the dangers and destruction of, mass destruction of something like that personified in a monster form. So, like, that was absolutely scary.
Yeah, and that's obviously why Black Mirror is so popular because it's always it's based on tech. Almost every episode is some new technology that goes to shit.
And that was, that's Mike from Idea Channel, RIP Idea Channel, had an episode about our fascination with zombies is because of technology, because zombies are a clear correlation with the way that technology just moves. Technology is constantly advancing, basically unbothered by what we feel about it. Like it'll just continue to advance and continue to engulf our lives, and there's nothing we can do about it. You know, there was somebody. I can't remember. It was one of two people, but they talk about technology and everything. Like they have really good books. It might have been Stephen
Strange.
Something. Stephen Strange, probably. It was Stephen. Look up Stephen. You'll find him.
Stephen. Look up book written by Stephen.
Right, but it was like talking about how like technology is like always constantly moving towards something. The way that evolution is. So like. You could try to stop people from inventing self-driving cars, but it would be nearly impossible.
Right.
Because it's not like there's like this force out there that's, saying, we have to invent self-driving cars.
Yeah.
It's just the next step.
Human nature.
It's just the next part. It's the next thing that we do. Same with traveling to, people are always talking about traveling to Mars. There's even a great speech on the West Wing. Hey, bringing it back to the West Wing.
That was last episode.
I talked about it when you were in the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
But there was a great speech in the West Wing where they were trying to go to Mars, and then everyone was like, "Well, why do we want to go to Mars?" And then Sam Seaborn, who is played by Rob Lowe, just makes this great speech. He's like, "Because it's next. It's the next thing that we do." And it's that kind of mindset that's fascinating. But yeah, zombies, whatever.
Yep, that's the one.
It's Black Mirror technology. Okay.
Black Mirror is just good. I enjoy every bit of it.
Okay, it's a bit loud, I think.
You think?
Uh-oh.
This is never loud enough.
All right.
Play us out, Mike Greenlee.
Of a nation.
He only has 61 subscribers. You guys didn't do shit.
Come on, guys.
What the hell?
Mike Greenlee.
He deserves some love.
The Virginia State song, the official song of the online podcast. That and the Big Wolf on Campus theme song.
Not our theme song at all.
Not our theme song.
Nope. No comments from our
fan base.
Let me go to newest.
Yeah.
There's only 31 comments, so
see if anyone was there from the online podcast.
Doesn't look like it.
Oh, come on, guys.
Last one's 2 months ago. What the hell, guys?
I trusted you.
Fuck you. We hate our fans. Our
But you can if
listeners.
you want to follow us on Twitter at an online
Okay.
and you can follow me specifically at Orem Alexander. And you can follow Dylan here at,
Fuckboy McGoo.
and that is spelled precisely how it sounds.
Yep.
Three goos? Or is it
Goo.
is it goo or goo?
Goo.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm being as clear as day.
Alright. Goo. If there's anybody out there in Virginia, thank you. Thank you for your service. Being a Virginian. I love you so much. Virginia. My great Virginia.
Here's the 400 more.
For any of our viewers who have access to internet, we invite your comments.